Right, everyone. Welcome to Cabot Cove, where a murder happens every other Tuesday. We're going to be playing the final curtain. Ooh.
It's good to see you in London again, Jessica. You should visit
Not
more.
Jessica Fletcher's
I
twin.
know. Somehow I will try to find the time.
What?
Emma!
Jane, I haven't seen you in ages. This is my cousin from the United States, Jessica Fletcher.
Her
Jessica,
cousin.
This is my friend and fellow actress, Jane Drury.
Jane
Drury?
Fletcher?
Yes, I'm pleased to meet you.
I must say the resemblance between you is very striking.
Yes, we get that a lot. I consider it a compliment. Sit down, Jane, and join us. How have you been?
Well, not very good, to be perfectly honest.
And here we
I'm
go.
so glad to have run into you. I need your help.
What's wrong?
I'd rather not say here. Meet me at the Milton Theatre this evening around 11 o'clock. I'll tell you then.
Something tells me your friend is in some sort of danger.
Something's
Exactly
not.
what I was
Something's a little off.
Tell me about Jane. How long have you known her? Longer than I'd care to admit. She used to be prominent on the British stage. Her most recent ex-husband, James Winslow, is the manager over at the Milton Theatre.
Good evening, ladies. The theater's closed for the night.
James?
Who do you think is dead? You think it's that
Emma
woman that we just met?
McGill, I didn't even recognize you.
Jessica, this is James Winslow, who manages the Milton. And who was recently married to Jane.
Guilty as charged.
He
I'm
did it.
afraid.
Jane
He
asked
murdered
us
her.
to meet her here. Have you seen her?
No, the place is deserted. I was just locking up to go home myself.
Yeah,
Maybe she
right.
left us a note in her dressing room. We're a bit worried about her, actually.
All right then, follow me.
Oh, dear God.
Her feet! Oh,
Ladies, my name is, Jessica Fletcher, as I live and breathe.
Hello,
these last
Inspector
two
Crimmins.
stories were
Good
really
to see
intense.
You again, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You remember my cousin, Emma McGill?
How could I forget? It was a case I'll not soon forget.
Nor shall I.
So you were the ones who found Miss Drury's body?
Yes, Miss Drury had asked us to meet her at the theater at 11.
Did she say why?
No, but she seemed frightened of something. Or someone.
Well, let's have a look about, shall we?
Oh, man. Oh, we're in London. We're not in Cabot Cove. Oh. Oh, wow. Well, that's really exciting. Okay, let's read our notes. Okay. I'm delighted to be in London again, and today I enjoyed a lovely lunch with my cousin Emma. It had been too long. I'm a bit disturbed, though, by her friend Jane Drury's plea for help. She seemed to be frightened of something and asked us to meet her at the Milton Theatre at 11 p.m. Did she live on Drury Lane? We never got the chance to discover what was frightening Jane because when we went to her dressing room at the appointed time, we found her hanging from a noose. I feel like it's unnecessary to have to describe what she was hanging from. Why couldn't she just say she was just hanging? Well, maybe not, because maybe that wouldn't be specific enough. Like, I guess you could take that as if she was just, like, hanging out. Okay. It's time to search for objects. Let's see here. All right, we need to... I guess we can just go ahead and start with this. I don't know what this is. Oh! A puzzle. Select the hexagonal tiles to rotate them to complete the image. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen these games before. Yeah, they're kind of... This is like from 2008 or 2009, I think. But I love them because they're so funny to me. I don't think they're supposed to be funny, but I think that they're hilarious. Yeah. Oh, they're fun. Plus, if you like Murder, She Wrote, then you'll love these. Because they're very Jessica Fletcher-esque. Oh, it's saying that's right. Oh. Okay, wait. Something's not right. Okay. Ah, there we go. Spin that statin. I'm spinning. Wait a minute. Whew. There we go. Break a sweat right in the very beginning. Oh, a letter. It's an empty envelope from Nigel Watersford. Isn't he a member of Parliament? Indeed he is, and a very influential one at that. Okay. Shoo. We need a powder the rug. Oh, I'm a whole detective. Wow, look at this. I found sugar footprints. I wonder who these footprints belong to. Okay, we need a necklace, grapes, a noose. A suicide note? If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain, to tell my story. It's Shakespeare, Hamlet to be exact. So somebody, okay, we gotta imagine up the lore. Somebody was jealous in the theater community because she got the role they wanted. And so, or she was getting the attention that they wanted. And they killed her and made it look like a suicide. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going with. That's odd. Jane was only wearing one earring. We better hold on to it in case we find the other.
Well, the evidence suggests that Miss Drury took her own life.
I'm not so sure, Inspector. Did you see those marks around her neck? They don't look like rope marks. I think they were made by human hands.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying, Jessica? That someone murdered Jane, and then set up the scene to make her death look like a suicide.
That's what I said.
That certainly is a possibility.
It's not a possibility, it's
What
fact.
do you suppose it means that Jane received a letter from an influential member of Parliament?
I'm not certain, but I hope we can find out tomorrow from Mr. Watersford himself.
We?
I meant it when I said that I hadn't forgotten the case involving your cousin. You were a tremendous help to me then, as I'm sure you will be now.
Thank you, Inspector. I'm happy to help in any way I can.
I love that she's got a cousin in London. Okay. Did we read this? Yeah. There was a possible suicide note on her dressing table, but judging by the marks on her neck, I believe the scene was set up to merely look like a suicide. I suspect murder. Inspector Crimmins from Scotland Yard and I searched the room and found a lady's handkerchief with the initials JW on it, some footprints on the floor, possibly male, and an empty envelope from a Nigel Watersford. I also noticed that Jane was only wearing one earring, which seems odd.
It seems you were right about what you saw in Miss Drury's dressing room last evening. The medical examiner has confirmed that she was strangled and then hanged after she was dead.
Oh, dear.
I'm hoping that Mr. Watersford can shed some light on that empty envelope we found. Ah, here he is now.
Good morning, Inspector.
Crimmins, sir. And this is Mrs. Jessica Fletcher.
How may I help you?
I need to ask you a few questions about Jane Drury, an actress well known in the West End. Did you know her?
Just in passing. Why do you ask?
Last night she was found murdered in her dressing room at the Milton Theatre.
She's dead?
Yes, sir. We found an envelope addressed to Miss Drury from you in her dressing room. Did you, in fact, send her a letter?
Yes. I wrote simply to ask her how I might obtain some theatre tickets for a friend.
I see.
I don't think he did it.
If you'll excuse me, I've got a meeting to attend.
Yeah, I don't think he did it. The way he said, yeah. No, that's what I thought was so funny. It was the way that he walked in. Inspector. Okay. Repair the Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we need a computer mouse. Flowers in a vase. Chess set. Cologne bottle. British flag. Teacup. Tennis racket. A toucan. So if I wonder, I guess I must have to find the right piece in order to make the statue, because it won't let me pick up these two. I know, don't they though? I think it's a very well-made hidden object game. What I always enjoyed about it when I played it growing up is that I think the puzzles are well done. Like, they're not monotonous. I think you have different types of puzzles in each chapter. So I like that. And I like that it goes between story and puzzle and hidden object. So it kind of goes back and forth. So it doesn't feel like the same thing every time. It's a good one for sure. Ah. So where do we... I wonder where we put this first piece. Oh, it's on the desk. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh, it's down here. To my dearest husband, Nigel, celebrating our many happy years together and the many more to come. Tina. It looks like there's a Mrs. Watersford.
Mr. Watersford seemed more deeply affected by the news of Jane's death than one would expect for a casual acquaintance.
Yes, I caught that too.
Emma and I are going back to Covent Garden. Something there frightened Jane, and we need to find out what, or who it was.
Interesting. The medical examiner confirmed my suspicions. Jane was strangled first and then hanged. By whom? Inspector Crimmins and I visited Nigel Watersford to inquire about the empty envelope we found in Jane's dressing room. He explained that he knew Jane only in passing and wrote to her simply to obtain tickets to one of her shows. I must say, though, that he seemed quite affected by the news of her death. Hiding something? I noted an anniversary card from his wife Tina while in his office. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Sammy Fu. Okay, Jester's Pub.
The best chance we have to figure out what frightened Jane yesterday is to try and see through her eyes. It's worth a try, I suppose. This is right by the chair Jane was in. What do you see? I have a clear view of the last stool at the bar. Perhaps she saw someone she recognized then. Wonder if the bartender would remember who was seated there at the time. Excuse me, I wonder if you remember
Where did
who
he
was
come
seated
from?
at the end of the bar yesterday around lunchtime.
Yeah, I remember who was there, but I didn't get his name. He asked me if he could leave his card. It should be around here somewhere.
Ah, yes. I was hoping it was one of these levels. Okay, these are like my favorite levels. I call them rapid fire levels. Okay, so we have to find 30 business cards, and the goal is we're going to try and click them as fast as possible. Starting up here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Ooh! Did we do it? Oh, we had one more. Man. That was it. Ooh. Ah, select sets of 3 identical business cards to remove them. Okay. This one, and this one. You know, I was kind of thinking about that the other day. Like, business cards aren't even really, like, almost a thing anymore. I was actually thinking about, I saw a old phone book, and I was like, oh my gosh, remember the days when you had to go to the phone book and look up, like, what was the phone numbers or something? All things of the past. Aha. Ooh, a private investigator. Hey, Pippin. Giles Badgepie? Yeah, that's the guy who was here yesterday. I remember him saying he was a private investigator. Interesting. So what would someone need to hire a private investigator
exactly where
for?
the address on that business card is.
Maybe somebody was having an
Looks like
affair?
That's our next stop.
Mm-hmm. That's what's going on here. The bartender at Jester's Pub was most kind and helped us figure out who may have frightened Jane off yesterday. It seems to have been a private investigator named Giles Vegpie, whose office is located nearby. Was he following Jane? I'm headed there now.
Are you Mr. Giles Badgepie?
At your service.
A friend of mine, Jane Drury, has been murdered.
Oh, hell.
And we have reason to believe that you may have been following her.
Yes, I was observing her on behalf of a client.
And who is that client?
Sorry, I can't say. Client confidentiality. If you'll excuse me, I'll take this out in the hall.
Time to snoop. This office is giving very psych vibes. Very psych office vibes. Okay, let's start the snoop. Single video cassettes? Oh, really? No, what was this, like a couple weeks ago? We actually did start watching a few episodes of Psych from season 1. Ah, yeah. We've just been craving all kinds of detective shows lately. We're still currently in the middle of watching Murder, She Wrote. So there's that. Now we're in the middle of watching Castle and Psych. Actually, you know what's fun is that there's a game just like this Murder, She Wrote game. There's one for Psych and also Castle, which I've also contemplated playing, especially for August when we have our mystery Monday month. I've thought about it. I've given it great consideration. Tina Watersford? It looks like Mr. Badgepie's client was Nigel's wife. Potted plants? Tape dispenser. Oh, sticky notes. Oh. These look like surveillance notes from Mr. Badgepie's most recent case. Putting them in chronological order might tell us something important. Oh, this is fun. Oh, I think I'm gonna need some paper for this one. Okay. Arrange the sticky notes in the proper logical order on the timeline. Select pairs to swap their position. Okay. Subject reads newspaper after finishing a meal. That could be breakfast. Reading the newspaper. Subject plays tennis with unknown male. That could be like mid-morning. Subject eats at Mario's, orders mussels marinara, makes late afternoon plans to play tennis. Okay, so now we know tennis is sometime in the late afternoon. When's late afternoon? 5 o'clock? That is almost starting to get to evening time, I feel like. But no, I guess that's still afternoon. Because I don't feel like 2:30 is late afternoon, so let's make that there. Subject cancels lunch meeting due to not having any tie. Overheard making new lunch plans alone. Okay, so obviously they have to point out the stain before he doesn't have a tie, but he probably got something on his tie from a meal. So we've got to have... Oh, the playing tennis has to be... Oh, it tells us which one's correct. So now we know this is correct. He plays tennis at 5 p.m. Oh, this is so fun. Okay. So we know he spills coffee on himself after he finishes his meal. Okay, that's starting to look right, but I know it's not totally correct, so let's keep reading. For, sorry, I'm a little bit behind what I've been, go back and forth. For me, all creatures great and small and Sweet Life, Zack and Cody. Oh, yes. But I'm reading detective novels. That's giving the mystery fix I need. Yes. I've been watching Psych on and off. It's hard because Amazon Prime Video has ads now. Yeah, you know what? Actually, streaming services are starting to get more heavy on the ads. I've noticed. I've definitely noticed that. We just downgraded one of our streaming services to have ads because we were like, oh, it's getting so expensive. I can't remember which one that was, though. Netflix is the one that we will pay to not have ads because we use that the most. So that's currently what we're doing. So if he returns home for dinner, it must be 7. Yeah. So, okay. Oh, okay. So this must be the 9 a.m. Oh, I guess not. I would think it would be. Let's see. This is... Oh, subject arrives at work, complains of tomato related injuries and leaves with tennis racket. Received assignment from client and received info on where to... Oh, okay, so that's 9 a.m. Yeah, so the first thing, you received the assignment from the client and received info on where to find the subject. So maybe they follow the subject. No, that would make sense. They have to be somewhere first. Oh, okay. So he was at home complaining they were out of eggs. Then he decides to go eat. Oh. Then there. Yes. Then this. Then this. Oh, that's right. This is starting to clean up now. So, received the assignment from client and received info on where to find them. Located them at their home. Overheard complaining that they were out of eggs. Followed them to the eatery. They eat a light meal. Subject spills coffee on tie after finishing meal. Subject buys newspaper at the corner store. Unknown woman points out stain on his tie. Subject reads newspaper after finishing meal. Then the subject eats at Mario's, orders muscle marinara, makes late afternoon plans to play tennis. Oh, we should probably... Yeah. Subject goes to cleaners. There we go. Drops off tie. Mentions craving for Italian food. So then he goes to Mario's. Oh. No. No, that's not right either. This is the one that I can't figure out where it goes. Oh, okay, 43 characters. And then it jumps to 51. Hey, I was one off. Always, Branda. That was like the best thing ever. You had your toaster strudel or your hot pocket or your pizza pocket stuff in the microwave. You're trying to race till get back to your show. Okay. But it's saying that. So this one must be right. What goes here? Mm-mm. Okay, wait. I think everything in the top half is accurate. Subject spills coffee on Ty after finishing his light meal. Subject, but he doesn't know, so he goes and buys a newspaper. Someone points it out. So he goes to the cleaners and he drops it off. And he mentions he craves Italian food. So he orders food. No. Well, actually, this is saying this is right. What is wrong? Wow. You'd knock me over. Wow. I hope you burn your tongue on your hot pocket. Buys newspaper. Points out stain. Goes to cleaners. Drops off tie. Craves Italian. So... there we go. Whew. Wellinghall is a very wealthy area. It's the sort of place a member of parliament might live. That was such a fun puzzle. Oh my gosh. Scale? Where's the scale? Oh, right there. Now we just need a pair of shoes.
Mr. Badge Pie, we believe that the client who hired you to follow Jane is Tina Watersford. Would she be the wife of Nigel Watersford, member of the House of Commons?
How did you... Oh, forget it. Yes, I was working for her. Please excuse me. I'm a busy man.
I think Inspector Crimmins and I should pay a visit to Mrs. Watersford and find out why she hired Mr. Badge Pie. She lives in a place called Wellinghall.
Well, we know
Sounds
why.
very upscale.
She hired him because she thinks that her husband is cheating on her with the lady that got murdered. After some pressing, Giles admitted that he had indeed been following Jane at the behest of none other than Tina Watersford. I could hazard a guess as to why a parliament member's wife might want to have an actress followed, but there's only one way to find out for certain.
May I help you?
Ha ha.
Inspector Crimmins of Scotland Yard, Mrs. Watersford.
Not the
This is
hat.
Mrs. Jessica Fletcher. You've heard, no doubt, of the murder of Miss Jane Drury.
And the mink fur.
Of course. Who hasn't?
We discovered that she was being followed by a private investigator named Giles Bajpai.
Is that so?
Yes, we paid Mr. Badge Pie a visit and found out that the person who hired him was you, Mrs. Watersford.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true. I suspected that my husband was having an affair, so I hired Giles to find out more.
We're calling it.
Was any evidence found to confirm your suspicions?
No.
Do you mind if we have a look round?
Not at all.
Not at all, she says. Oh boy. The scandal is right. Okay, so it says hang the masks. Okay. Oh, what's this? Jane, meet me at my office at 2 p.m. Nigel. Ooh, it appears that someone here at Wellinghall is better acquainted with Jane than they're letting on. Ooh. Now I know I said he didn't do it, but I still feel like he didn't do it. I don't think he did it. Crown? Not the masks. Okay, we just need a stapler. Boom. What?
How do you explain this theater program, Mrs. Watersford? Jane, meet me at 2 p.m.?
If you must know, Giles brought that to me and promised to provide me with the pictures of Jane and Nigel together next. But then Jane was killed.
So you don't know for sure what the meeting was about?
Oh.
No, but I'm not an idiot, Mrs. Fletcher. Please excuse me. This has all been a bit much for me.
Oh.
Mr. Watersford certainly didn't let on that he knew Jane that well the first time we spoke with him.
Typical politician. We'll see what he has to say for himself now.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good because I didn't get to collect any buttons the last time, so I've got to catch up. At first, Tina claimed that Giles never turned up any evidence to confirm her suspicion that her husband was having an affair. Her story changed after I found a program for one of Jane's shows with her husband's office address and a designated time written on it. Apparently, Giles had delivered the program to Tina, but promised to get pictures of Jane and Nigel together as well. Jane was killed before that could happen. No. I have those buttons, but I don't think I have enough to do any of the building quests that I need. That's why I gotta collect some more.
Mr. Watersford, may we have a minute?
More questions, Inspector.
More
I told
questions,
you I barely
Inspector.
Knew the unfortunate Miss Drury.
If that's true, why did you write your office address and a time across one of the playbills from Jane's performance?
I told you I wanted to buy some tickets for some friends, but the show was sold out for months. When she didn't respond to my letter, I asked her in person. She wrote down my address and agreed to have some tickets delivered then. Unfortunately, the tickets never arrived.
I see. Do you mind if we have a look around?
I've got nothing to hide.
Lies. All politicians have something to hide. Was that everything? Yeah, that was everything. Okay. Back to finding some more things. No. You definitely, you definitely gave me enough for, I know at least some buckets. But like I'm saying, like I still have like some things that I need to build, so I gotta get more buttons. Luckily, I've done really, really good this year about trying to keep up with the collections like portion of events, because I had enough like 4-leaf clovers. I didn't need that. I had enough Easter eggs, pretty much. I think I needed maybe like, no. Yeah, no, I made everything. Yeah. So far, I'm 2 for 2. Need a keys, a fan. Unlock the box. Oh, it's her other diamond earring. Oh, he said, I believe it's my wife's. He knows. How do you have nothing to hide when you literally have hidden something and locked it? Explain that. Explain that.
Nigel lied when he said that the earring belonged to his wife. It matches the one Jane was wearing when we found her body.
My guess is he lied about that program note as well. Perhaps we can discover more about Jane's relationship with Mr. Watersford at her dressing room.
I'll call Emma to meet us there.
Mr. Watersford stubbornly maintained there wasn't anything going on between him and Jane, but I located Jane's missing earring in his office. Until we can get him to disclose more, I'm going back to Jane's dressing room to look for any clues I may have missed.
I'm glad to help, but I'm not sure
What if it's
we're
Emma?
looking for.
Whoa, what a shock
Something
that would
that
be.
reveals Miss Drury's relationship with Mr. Watersford.
It was the cousin.
Or at least something that can provide a new lead.
No, would it though? This whole time we were sipping tea with her, being all friendly, and she was the murderer. Okay. Here we go. We need a skull, handheld mirror, lamp, key, hammer. Ooh. It looks like James and Jane were negotiating her contract. Apparently, he was trying to get her to agree to a wage well below her going rate. Sounds like he was trying to take advantage of her. I'm telling y'all, that was the guy we met in the very beginning. Usually, you know, in these mysteries, I'm telling you, you meet the culprit, he's the first person you meet. Which technically would be Emma.
What's going on here?
Just having another look around the scene of the crime, Mr. Winslow.
Why were you insisting that Jane sign a contract with such unfavorable terms for her?
Look, I had no choice. The Milton isn't doing very well financially. I had to try and cut expenses.
Did the negotiations ever get heated?
At times, I suppose. Jane and I were used to fighting. We used to be married, after all.
I'll be taking the contract with me.
Did we know that?
How long is this dressing room going to be sealed, Inspector? I'd like to be able to tell the theater's charwoman when she can clean up the room for a new occupant.
Wow, that's a way to talk about
The
someone.
theater employs a regular cleaning lady.
Yes, she comes every night, around 9 p.m.
So Jane must have been killed sometime after 9 p.m., but before we arrived at 11 p.m.
That does narrow it down.
Giles Badgepie admitted that he was following Jane. I wonder if he has an alibi for that time.
Agreed. Let's pay him another visit tomorrow.
Oh, that reminds me. So my parents came for a visit not too long ago, and we actually played a To Catch a Killer, the murder game, where like you have like all of the clues and everything, and you have to like piece together all the clues to like find out who did the crime. And that was so fun. It's the same one as it's Hunt a Killer, the same one that we did the Nancy Drew one a couple years ago live. So we played this one and I loved it so much. Yeah, it's not really a board game per se, but like when you open it up, you have all of these like papers, like receipts and letters and a few little trinkets and stuff, and you have to like piece together this story. You have to piece together people's alibis and figure out who did it. But I loved it so much that I was like, oh, when we do our mystery month, which is in August, we've got to play another one of those games live like we did 2 years ago because it was so fun. So I think we're gonna do that. But I don't know which one. I saw one that's like Murder at Sea or something like that, like you're on a ship. And that one looks really fun. We may do something like that or something. I don't know. Okay, chapter 8. Emma was an immense help in analyzing an unsigned contract between Jane and the Milton Theater. Apparently, James was trying to get Jane to agree to a salary well below what she deserved, and admitted they had been arguing over it. After establishing that the cleaning woman had cleaned Jane's dressing room at 9, we were able to narrow down her time of death to between 9 and 11. Since Giles Betchpye has been following her earlier in the day, wonder if he had an alibi for that time period.
The office is unlocked, but no one's here. Perhaps Mr. Bajpai stepped out.
Interesting.
With the rain coming down like it is, I'm sure he'll hurry back.
What are you people doing here?
We just had a few questions for you, Mr. Bajpai, such as where you were 2 nights ago between the hours of 9 and 11 p.m.
I was in a pub down on Exeter Street, waiting to meet with a client, but he never showed.
Mr. Bajpai, I noticed your wet footprints match the ones we found in Jane's dressing room the night she was killed.
So I was in her dressing room that night. I thought I'd find more evidence of her affair with Nigel Watersford, but she was already dead when I got there.
A likely story. I'm placing you under arrest for Jane Drey's murder.
What? That's wait.
You've got the wrong man, Crimmins. This is bigger than any of us.
Why? You don't even have enough evidence yet, Crimmins. I'll be looking because I need to make chunky applesauce, and peeling all the apples is the most tedious part. Yeah, that sounds delicious. That sounds great. Ooh, determine the correct numerical combination to open the file cabinet. Okay, the sum equals 20. Ascending digits? Does that mean like they're gonna go like boom, 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 boom? Like least to greatest? No repeated colors. Odd, odd, even, even. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, if we know that odd and odd have to go here, it has to be 97531. But it can't be 9 because it has to be ascending. And it's most likely not 7 because it has to be ascending. I'm going to go ahead and venture and say that it's either going to be 1 or 3. So let's start with 3. That would, no, see, that still can't work because 3, 5, that's a repeating color. So, okay, let's start off with this. We'll say, go back. 1. And then it says even, even. So this could be 3 or 5. So let's say it's 5. We could do 6, which would make 12. And then 8. Oh, I think that's it. Yay, we did it. It's that guy again. It seems that Mr. Bajpai's interest in Mr. Watersford extended further into the past than the start of his alleged relationship with Jane. I knew it. Just kidding, I had no idea. Oh, I know, the police are so funny in this game. Somebody breathes. I'm taking you in. You're under arrest for the murder. Sir, excuse me, what incriminating thing? What? Let's just let Jessica do her thing. Ooh. This must be the photo Mr. Bajpai promised to deliver to Tina Watersford. Oh, now that's scandal. That's incriminating. This seems like an innocuous enough photo. I wonder why Mr. Badgepie's bothered to take it. So she's holding some kind of suitcase. There's a little boy pointing to someone, and Meemaw's here. Meemaw is staring off in the distance. Interesting photo. It still hasn't come together yet. Like there's something we haven't pieced together yet. If Pippin were a cop, he'd definitely arrest someone for breathing on him.
My men will take Mr. Badgepie down to the yard for questioning. In the meantime, would you care to accompany me to Welling Hall? Mrs. Watersford will want to know what happened to her private investigator.
I'd be happy to.
At first, Giles claimed he was at a pub between 9 and 11, but after we matched his footprints with the ones at the crime scene, he confessed that he was in Jane's dressing room after all. He insisted that she was dead when she got there. After he was taken into custody, yelling, "This is bigger than any of us," I found a newspaper article about Nigel Watersford from several years ago, a photograph of Nigel and Jane together, and another photo of Jane carrying an attaché case. Interesting.
Please do come in. Is there any news on the murder?
The private investigator you hired has been arrested on suspicion of the murder of Miss Drury.
He has.
He mentioned something concerning your husband's affair. He said that it was bigger than any of us.
Do you have any idea what he meant by that?
None at all.
Mr. Badgepie took a picture of Jane alone on the street, carrying an attaché case. Does it look familiar to you at all?
It resembles one my husband has, but I can't say for sure. He has so many, you see. You're welcome to look around and see if you can find it here.
Interesting. I wonder, you think the storyline, maybe it's possible it has something to do with like government takeover or something like that? Like government infiltration? Is it something like wild like that, you think? Okay, briefcases. Here we go. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? Oh, let's go! We did it!
The briefcase in the photograph isn't here. Perhaps Jane took it from Mr. Waterford's office. I'm beginning to wonder if there was something in it that could have gotten Jane killed.
If it belonged to Mr. Watersford, he would be the one to ask about its contents.
Interesting. Mrs. Watersford seemed surprised to hear that Giles Badgepie had been arrested for Jane's murder. At first, she said she didn't recognize the attaché case Jane was carrying in the photograph, but she later admitted it resembled one her husband has. I'd like to ask him about it myself.
Mr. Watersford, I think it's time for you to come clean about your relationship with Miss Drury, and about a certain attaché case of yours that may have gone missing.
All right. I'd been carrying on an affair with Jane Drury since meeting her backstage. I fell head over heels for her.
Did you see her on the day she was murdered?
Tell the truth.
Yes, she was here. And so was the attaché case. It contained some sensitive papers. After she left, I saw that the case was gone. I ran out to try and catch her, but she was already lost in the crowd.
But how would Jane have known that there was anything in the attaché case worth stealing?
I'm ashamed to say I told her what was in it. I was trying to impress her, telling her about the important things that were entrusted to my keeping.
For God's sake, man, why didn't you raise an alarm? Or at least contact Scotland Yard once you knew they were missing?
I was trying to avoid a scandal, and I was hoping Jane had a good explanation.
May I ask what sort of sensitive papers were in the case?
A draft of a top-secret defense proposal.
Oh,
if
I
that should
knew it.
become public, it would be a major embarrassment at best.
I knew it!
A breach of national security at worst.
I see.
Major political...
With Jane murdered and the attaché case missing, the story will be all over the press in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mr. Watersford, pull yourself together. Let's get you straightened up.
That was very Edna Mode of her. Pull yourself together. All right, we have to find 30 ties. I don't know if we have time for that, but we will try. Not me coming in with these puns right now. Oh, 3 more. That was really close. Oh, that was a really good well hidden one. All right, it's just one more tie. Oh, maybe it's a bow tie. Nah, because the rest of the ties were all just like ties. Did someone say puns? Oh, there it is.
If Jane went straight back to the Milton after she left Mr. Waterford's office, perhaps the attaché case is somewhere at the theater.
But we found no sign of it in her dressing room.
Maybe it wound up somewhere else there. Her ex-husband's office, perhaps?
Ooh, new location. Mr. Watersford finally revealed that he had been carrying on an affair with Jane and declared that he had fallen in love with her. Apparently, she visited his office on the day of her murder, and when she left, he noticed his attaché case was gone. He had told her it contained sensitive documents related to national security. I wonder where the attaché case is now.
Mr. Winslow,
I'm
did you
telling
ever
y'all,
see
he
your
did it.
ex-wife carrying the
I know.
attaché case seen here in this photo?
No.
Very well. This is a photo of Miss Drury with Mr. Nigel Watersford. Had you ever seen the two of them together?
I had no idea she even knew him.
You had no clue at all that she might be having an affair with him?
No. Well, she had seemed more secretive than usual recently. Maybe this is why.
If you don't mind, we'll have a look around for that attaché case.
Okay, new location. I'm telling you, I think he's suspicious. I think he's hiding something. He's not telling us everything. I just don't know about him. And the other guy, I knew he was hiding something. I knew he was shady, but I didn't feel like he did it. And I knew he would eventually tell us what was going on. Feed the fish. Where the here you go. Oh. I know I shouldn't be writing, but I can't stop thinking about you. I must see you again soon. I'm afraid to call because I fear the phone records could give us away, and I wouldn't want anything to damage your reputation. Please come to my office at 11 a.m. on Saturday and come in through the back entrance. Until then, Nigel. Mr. Winslow, if this note has been sitting here in your office, how could you not have known about Jane and Nigel's affair? I hadn't seen that before now. While we were married, our mail was delivered together, and sometimes it still gets mixed up. It must have ended up here purely by accident. Lies, lies. As Judge Judy says, that's baloney, sir. That's baloney. Oh, a teacup. Oh, was that a teacup? I thought that was a bagel. What an acting career James has had. It looks like he got to travel the world quite extensively. These two posters look nearly identical. Let's compare them. Oh, yeah. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Good old spot the difference. Okay, so we found 8 so far. We just gotta find 2 more. It's not with the... Oh, it sure is. It's with the words right here. Is it this? Oh, no. Oh, there's just one more thing. Huh. Oh, it's this. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I thought that Shakespeare poster was a person. I was like, oh, who's that? You have quite a collection of memorabilia from your career as a Shakespearean actor, Mr. Winslow. Yes, I toured with a troupe back in the 90s.
There's no sign of the attaché case.
Inspector, I don't believe James was ignorant of Jane's relationship with Mr. Watersford.
Why is that?
Because the note from Nigel to Jane was found in James' office. But the envelope it came in was found in Jane's dressing room.
That's right, Jessica. That's right. Make it make sense.
If the envelope was in her dressing room, it couldn't have been misdelivered.
So James knew that Jane and Nigel had a rendezvous planned on the day of the murder.
Perhaps Mr. Bajpai can tell us more. He's out on bail, but I'll have my men track him down.
Not he's out on bail. They don't even have enough. Okay, they don't even have enough evidence. He's out on bail. Chapter 12. James denied any knowledge of Jane's affair with Mr. Watersford, but I found a letter from Nigel to Jane in his office. James explained that the letter was probably delivered to him by mistake since he and Jane used to be married. Without the envelope? He did not recognize the attaché case. While in his office, I noticed some posters of his theatrical tours to Eastern Europe in the early 1990s. I know, I still think it's James. But I guess we'll find out.
Questions for you, Mr. Bajpai.
In the course of following Ms. Drury the day she was killed, you must have followed her to Nigel Waterford's office and seen her leave with an attaché case.
Yeah.
Yes. What's your point?
Did you also see something that would explain how she got away from Mr. Watersford's office so quickly?
Well, after I snapped the picture of Jane carrying the attaché case, I did see her get into a car that was waiting for her at the curb.
She Ubered.
A taxi?
No, definitely a private car.
A private Uber.
Did you manage to get a picture of it as well?
No such luck. But I think I can recall part of the license plate registration.
We'll take down what you remember and see if it turns up something in our database. I have backups of the databases here on CD-ROM. Now, where on earth did I put
CD-ROM. Okay. right, we need to find 5 CDs. And also a bunch of... Oh, Rack the Bones. So do you, Nancy Spicy Drew, do you have an inkling of who you think it may be? Because I feel like we're getting close to the end. Part of you thinks it was James. Let's see if we can narrow down the license plates to determine the car Jane left him. Ooh, I don't know. You never know. Ooh. Oh, fun. Okay. They have used this puzzle before, and I do like this one a lot. Okay, so we can have no repeating letters in the license plate. So this is out. That's out. And that's it. Okay. You're bad at these? Oh. Smoke starts up for my brain. Brandon, you're so funny. Second number is the lowest. Second number is the lowest, so it can't be this one. That's the lowest. That's the lowest. That's not the lowest. That's the lowest. That's the lowest. That's the lowest. Oh, technically, it says lowest, so I guess not that one. Okay. No, they are not. Oh, if they bring them to the game, I don't even know what I'll do. Only odd numbers. Oh, well, that knocks out a good bit, I'm sure. So we can't have any evens. Yeah. Letters appear in alphabetical order. Oh, my. Is that an alphabetical order? L, M, N, O, P. That's right. L, M, N, O, P. Yeah. That's not right. L, M, N, O. That's not right. Okay. Whew. One vowel only. What's a vowel? What's a vowel? That's me. I'm telling you, that's me sometimes. No repeating numbers. No repeating numbers. No, wait, what? No repeating numbers. Oh, okay. None of these repeat, though. Sum of the first two numbers is less than the last. Well, that puts that out. That's right. That's not. Yes. Oh, we only have two left. Last letter is not a vowel. Boom, we found it. James Winslow. Oh, okay, so here's the lore. What if you think this is the lore? What if James and Jane were in on it together? Right? Like, what if he had the car and she was getting in because they were going to steal it together, but then he murders her and tries to put it on the politician dude. He was going to steal it. Ooh, no, is it really? Wow. They're going for everything. You can add everything. Oh, wow. That sounds awesome. I would have a lot of fall decor out.
So the car Jane left in belongs to James Winslow, her ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
James must have known about the attaché case after all, since it was with Jane when he picked her up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go give him a chat. Chapter 13. Giles told me he had followed Jane to Nigel's office on the day she was killed and photographed her with the attaché case as she was leaving. He then saw her get into a car that was waiting for her at the curb. Who was driving? He didn't photograph the car, but remembered part of the license plate. We were able to use that information to figure out the car is registered to James Winslow.
There's no sign of Mr. Winslow.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I think we may learn more here without his help.
This is definitely suspicious. All right. Okay. Lots of things. Excuse me, sir. You left your pretzel on the floor, sir. Floor lint flavoring. And I was also laughing too because who in the background is coughing? I literally just heard they choking on that floor lint. They choking on that floor lint on their floor pretzels. Oh my gosh. I tell you, we're funny. Okay. Now we need a magic lamp. I saw that. A teacup. Broom. A ship model. Audio cassette. Where are you? It's missing its audio cassette. Interesting. Where is... Oh, it's right here.
James, Yuri again. This is your last chance. If you want to discuss a deal, you need to meet me in Regent's Park with the merchandise by 10 o'clock tonight. No more stalling.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh! I got it. Remember, he said that the theater was in a financial crisis. And so him, maybe Jane, I don't know, she may not be involved in this. They were going to, no, she has to be involved because that's how he got to, he used her to get the briefcase, to sell them to whoever outside Yuri. And they were going to make money off of it to save the theater. Oh, but then Jane was like, I can't do this anymore. And then he had to murder her. That's the story. That's the story, y'all.
Still no sign of that attaché case.
Well, if the merchandise mentioned on that answering machine message is any indication, we won't find it here.
Apparently James neither has it nor knows where it is.
I disagree. I think James knows very well where it is. The answering machine message merely means he hasn't gone back to retrieve it yet. But we're running out of time to find it before he does.
Mm-hmm.
But where could it be?
It's hidden.
The only logical place is Giles Badgepie's office. Giles saw Jane with the attaché case, saw her get into a car driven by James with it, and he was in her dressing room later that evening. That must be when he took it.
Oh.
Well, let's go have a look then.
Interesting. Chapter 14. There was no sign of James at his office, but I was able to listen to a message on his answering machine from someone named Yuri. He told James to meet him at Regent's Park at 10 p.m. with the merchandise. It seems he has been repeatedly trying to rendezvous with James, so it may be that James doesn't know where the attaché case is now. I'm going to search Giles' office again, since he visited Jane's dressing room after she likely returned there with the case.
There's an awful lot of mail here. Mr. Badgepie hasn't been here for a while.
Being arrested tends to make people rethink their lives.
The briefcase must be here. I'm certain of it.
Oh, well, thank you. Thanks so much, Tori. I'm telling you, I'd pinch myself if I ever got to work with Disney. Shoo. I would pinch myself. Oh, we were just one off. Okay, now we have to sort the mail. Oh my gosh, yes! Do you know they're coming back out with another new season? With like the original people that voiced, well, most of the original people. Actually, we're rewatching Phineas and Ferb right now. It's such a comfort like cartoon, it's so good. Okay, so select pairs that what? Oh, wow. Select pairs of identical pieces of mail that are not overlapped by others. Oh, wow. Oh, there's a sticky note. No way, that's amazing. Oh, how cool. I wonder what this key belongs to. It's a P.O. box, I think, no? Oh no, it's to the desk drawer. Ah, there's the attaché case. As I thought, the same case as in the photo Mr. Badgepie took of Jane. Wait, does that mean that he did it? No. James.
Now where could it be?
Yeah, James did, okay.
Looking for this attaché case, Mr. Winslow?
I don't understand.
Because you and Jane were working together to steal top-secret information from Nigel Watersford.
We did it! We did it,
I've never tried to do anything of the sort.
I'm sorry, James, but the fact that Mr. Badgepie saw you pick Jane up in your car after she stole the case from Nigel makes it difficult to believe that you are innocent in all of this.
Mm-hmm. Tell him, Jessica. It's baloney,
Purely
sir.
Speculation. You have no evidence.
Actually, we do. We have your answering machine with a call on it that can be traced back to your buyer, Yuri.
Who is Yuri, James?
A Russian spy. I became friendly with him during our tour of the former Soviet Republic, back in my Shakespearean days. He offered to buy anything of value I could obtain.
You knew about Jane and Nigel's relationship, didn't you?
I did. And I knew that Nigel had access to valuable information. I told Jane if she could get her hands on any sensitive material from his office, I'd split the proceeds with her.
What happened the day that she took the attaché case?
I picked her up in front of Nigel's office as arranged, but Jane insisted on keeping the case in her possession and accompanying me to my meeting with Yuri.
But Jane regretted what she'd done, and when she
So what we
spotted
said.
Emma and me at Covent Garden, she approached us for help. And when she spotted Giles watching her, it scared her off.
I knew she'd had second thoughts when she failed to meet me before our rendezvous with Yuri, so I went to a dressing room to look for her.
And found her dead?
Yes. I'm ashamed to admit I was actually more concerned about the attaché case. Before I could search for it, I heard someone coming, so I hid.
Did someone enter the room?
Wait a minute. So does that mean he didn't kill her?
Indeed, it was Giles Bajpai. After he got over his shock at seeing Jane dead, I watched as he found the attaché case and left with it.
A perfect crime of opportunity.
I was trying to catch up to him when I ran into you at the theater.
Mr. Winslow, you're under arrest for breaking and entering, espionage charges, and very possibly murder.
Emma, it's me, Jessica. Do you know if Jane ever changed her name to Winslow after she married James? I see. I'm going to need your help with something.
Wait. This isn't over yet. Somebody else killed her. Oh, I'm shook. Chapter 15. Just after I located the attaché case, James broke into Giles' office to try to retrieve it himself. He confessed that he did indeed know about Jane's affair with Mr. Watersford, and that he and Jane developed a scheme to sell stolen secrets to James' Russian contact, Yuri. James was trying to raise money to help the Milton Theater afloat, and had offered Jane half the proceeds in lieu of a higher salary. After James was arrested for breaking and entering and espionage, I had an idea and called my cousin Emma for a favor. Well, Nancy Spatsy Drew, it looks like James was a part of the crime, but he didn't kill her. So we still don't know who killed her yet. Shocking.
Oh, hello. It's Miss McGill, isn't it?
It was Tina.
That's right, love, but you can call me Emma. May I have a word with you?
Of course.
My cousin just called to tell me that Jane's ex-husband, James Winslow, has been arrested. She said he was the one who put Jane up to stealing that attaché case from your husband, which has now been recovered.
So?
So, don't you see what a golden opportunity this is?
I'm afraid I don't.
I figure I can sell the story to the press. An actress seduces an influential member of Parliament and steals his secrets for her ex-husband. Story like that should be worth a tidy sum.
What does any of this have to do with me?
Well, because if you added your side of the story, it could enhance its value. You can tell all of England exactly what your deceitful husband was up to.
Oh, man.
So his tarnished reputation doesn't rub off on you.
I just don't know. I've got a fresh pot of tea ready. May I offer you a cup?
That would be lovely. I'll just wait right here then, shall I?
I thought the case was wrapped up, and I am mistaken. So we still don't know who the murderer is. Replace the sheet music? I was wondering why JB suddenly switched to a weird British accent, then turned my head and saw it was the twin cousin. Yeah. Must be a grocery list. This handwriting looks very familiar. Moth, yes. An elephant statue. Some shoesies. Crap. Oh dear, I bet I know what Jessica is thinking, and I'm afraid she may be right. Oh, her name is Justina. See, she's just Tina. Can you imagine having that conversation? Like if she's like, what's your name? Tina. Oh, Tina. Just Tina. Just Tina? No, just Tina. Oh, so Tina. No. Just Tina.
Ms. McGill, I'm afraid I can't make such a big decision so hastily.
I understand. I'll give you the rest of the day to think about it. But that's all the time I can spare.
Ooh.
I'll be at the Milton Theater at 10 o'clock tonight, waiting for
Ah,
your
they're gonna
answer.
trap her there. Oh, here it is.
Good evening, Mrs. Watersford.
So she
Thank you for
killed
coming.
her.
Ms. McGill asked me to meet her here.
Actually, I was the one who wanted to talk to you. Emma merely arranged it so that you'd come.
Talk to me. About what?
About why you murdered Jane Drury?
You must be joking.
I'm not. The key was the handkerchief we found next to Jane's body.
Because it's a J.
First, I assumed it was Jane's. After all, her most recent ex-husband's name is Winslow.
Oh.
But Emma confirmed for me that Jane never took James Winslow's last name and never had the initials J.W.
So?
So, once I realized that your name, Tina, was short for Justina, it made sense who had dropped the handkerchief in Jane's dressing room. And what other reason would you, Justina Watersford, have to be there except to confront the woman who was having an affair with your husband?
Ooh.
This is absurd. I'm not the only person with the initials J.W. It's obvious that James Winslow was the one who killed Jane. He was jealous of her affair with my husband.
I'm not so sure of that, Mrs. Watersford. I have one last thing to check.
Oh, I thought that was the closing out. Chapter 16. Emma paid a visit to Mrs. Watersford and informed her that she was going to break the whole story of Jane and Nigel's affair to the press. She invited Tina to tell her side of things as well, which could both increase the value of the news and give Tina a chance to defend herself in the scandal. Emma asked Tina to meet her at the Milton Theater that night at 10 with her answer. Oh man. This is a very scandalous story because multiple people have been involved in this one. Okay. So we're looking for little scraps of paper. Oh man, so close. That's the lampshade, isn't it? Ah. Let's compare the supposed suicide letter to samples of Mrs. Waterford's handwriting. Find the one identical pair of letters, okay? Oh, speaking of murders, do you know what recent murder documentary we watched that was very, very good? Highly recommend. The Tylenol Murders on Netflix. It was super interesting. So if you like that kind of documentary style stuff, highly recommend. What? What do you mean to tell me? Oh, where is the pear here? I'm not seeing it. It's not. Is it? No, it's not that. Is it Y? Oh, M&M. Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I saw a viral like reel that had like stitched it and like put that on there and then talked about it. I was like, what is this? Yeah, I know. That's why I get super scared. I'm very reluctant to share about my work on social media because I'm like, oh, you just have to be so careful what you say. So, yeah, I'm like, I always have so many stories that I like want to talk about, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I can't. I guess I can't talk about that. That's why I think, ooh, if you want to tell me a secret, you know I can keep it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because literally Netflix, they're like my favorite streaming app. I just have the best stuff. Okay, the handwriting is a perfect match. This confirms that you, Mrs. Watersford, were the one who wrote the suicide letter, not Jane, and implicates you as her killer. Ooh, Jessica did that.
All right. It's true. I was here because Giles told me that Nigel was having a relationship with Jane, and I wanted to put a stop to it. We argued, and then Jane said something that sent me right over the edge.
What did she say?
That Nigel said he couldn't wait to escape from our marriage. It confirmed what I had suspected for some time. Having this other woman throw it in my face made me lose all control. I strangled her.
And when you realized she was dead, you tried to make the scene look like a suicide.
That was graphic.
You didn't know that first James and then Giles would come into the dressing room afterwards and find her dead.
I certainly didn't know they'd find her and then act like such fools to make themselves look guilty. And when each were arrested, well, neither would have been much missed.
That doesn't justify letting them take the blame for a murder you committed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. But with everything I have at stake, I'm not about to let
Does she have a gun?
in the way. And I'm not
She's a
about
knife!
to expose me as a murderer either.
That's enough, Mrs. Watersford.
Did you hear it all? Every last word.
Now she should have known
Mrs.
better
Watersford,
than that.
you're under arrest for the murder of Jane Drury. Let's go.
Poor Jane. If only she'd been able to sit down and talk to us that day in Covent Garden. I know. Would things have turned out differently if she hadn't been scared off by the sight of Giles' badge pie? We'll never know for sure.
Ah.
I'm glad you were able to stay for Jane's memorial service. So am I. It was lovely. Jane will certainly be missed. But not forgotten. I've spoken with several of my friends in the West End. We're starting a scholarship fund in Jane's memory to help aspiring young actors go to drama school. What a wonderful idea. In a way, she's helping the next generation of actors and actresses follow in her footsteps.
Ah,
Well, you
very
know what
Murder,
they
She Wrote
say,
ending.
The show must go on.
Hee Woohoo! Yay, we did it! We solved every mystery on Murder, She Wrote PC game. The satisfaction that we have come full circle is fantastic. Man, what a great time. Now, this means that when the leaves start changing this year, we'll be playing Murder, She Wrote 2, Return to Cabot Cove, which is a very nice fall, autumnal game. So everyone get prepared, get your tea out for that. That'll be really fun. Da-da. Oh, that was so good.